And here in the top left, or top right-hand corner, excuse me, we have our blue Terran player from Team SCV Life, winner of the last 2 games in a row and trying to tie things up. It is Bolt. And his opponent in the upper left-hand corner, the new representative of LGIM, Horror, our yellow Zerg.
All right, another IM Zerg in for LGIM. If True can do it, maybe Horror can too, except he only needs 2 kills.
But True couldn't do it against Bolt.
I meant if True can do it, as in if True can win 3 games, then so can
But he couldn't
Horror.
be Bolt.
That's true. I mean,
I know.
Actually, that's not true. That's Horror. True was the other guy.
Third base.
Yeah. Who's on third?
I don't know. Third base.
I don't know. I don't know's on second. You're messing up the joke. You're really, really bad at this.
No, I don't know who's on third base.
Who's on first?
Who's on first? What's on second?
I don't know.
I don't know. Third base. What? Here's the real trivia question. What were the name of the pitcher and catcher?
Abbott and Costello.
Today and tomorrow.
Ah. Why would they be today and tomorrow?
I don't know. My dad always asked that question at trivia nights, so it's just ingrained in my head now.
I see.
Yeah.
Wait, they should have just named the pitcher and catcher after themselves, and then they would be more famous. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think a lot of people know that
base.
routine. A lot of people know the routine, but they don't know the comedians themselves. So
yeah, Evan and Costello are pretty awesome, though.
Yep, were.
Well, that's true.
We're pretty awesome.
So they'd be what, like 140 by
yeah,
now?
they'd be pretty
like
old,
that?
I think.
Yeah.
But either way, we've got Bolt versus Horror on a lovely map called Whirlwind. That is one of the newer additions to our IPL map pool. I guess at some point I can stop letting everyone know, but still, some people see this map and they're like, I think this is the only tournament that's using this map, so
yeah, I
still have to explain it every once in a while. Yeah, this is Whirlwind, and it is a fairly large map, as you can tell by the mini-map.
That's right. So Barracks coming up after the command center first. Bolt not actually putting that on the low grounds. It's been quite a while since I've seen a command center first that was built inside of the base. It will keep you a little bit more safe against early Zerg aggression and such. So I'm not saying it's bad. It's just been a while since I've seen it.
All right, and he's actually getting a barracks up as well, and that's at the top of the ramp. No, it's not. It's not at the top of the ramp. So Zerglings can just walk in. Interesting. Yep. That is very interesting. Okay. And the depot's off to the left. Does he think he's playing a Protoss?
I believe he does.
Oh, okay. He forgot what race Horror is?
No.
Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he is. I'll just beat him anyway.
3 hatch before pool for Horror. He actually put up his pool and his 3rd hatch at basically the same time, but it's still the same effect. So, obviously, Horror had some sort of inkling of this. That's awfully brave to do without knowing where your opponent is in any way, shape, or form, though.
That's pretty true. We'll see as he gets his Overlord. If he gets his Overlord over the top of these command centers and that barracks over there, he'll know that basically the ramp is wide open and he could try to do some Zergling aggression. Maybe, though, maybe Bolt is baiting that sort of build out of Horror. He wants Lings to show up because he's getting that reactored factory. I mean, he's going to have it fairly quick.
His opponent doesn't know. He doesn't have a clue.
Keep going.
He's just like nothing. He saw supply depots like, that's it. My scouting is complete.
I know that he's a Terran.
I no longer need this.
He figured it out. Mystery solved. The case of the unknown Bolt.
Jinkies.
Jinkies. Zoinks. Gadzooks? No, I don't think that's one of them.
No.
Scooby Snacks? That's a thing. Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right, more barracks being added on. Again, Bolt is going for a slightly delayed starport. He's just going to get out some perhaps Marauders and Hellions, but at least, I'll say 6 Hellions at the minimum.
6 Hellions at a minimum?
Yeah, before moving out.
All right. All right. I'll up it and say 8.
Before moving out or before arriving?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I think it'll be 6 to start, and then 2 more will have to join in.
Okay. All right. Wow, second factory already being started now as Bolt is definitely switching things up from what we've seen. He can throw some very crazy, unorthodox looks at you. Looks like a Zergling did die. Let's see what Horror has seen. Nothing. He saw the expansion.
And he did not get up the ramp either to see that it was open, but it kind of doesn't matter at this point because Bolt obviously has fighting units to be able to stop some Ling run-bys, and Horror is really not committing a ton of...
oh, boy.
Oh, he's not committing a ton of larvae toward Zerglings anyway, but...
this is just going to be a Marauder Hellion all in.
Yeah, why not?
He could switch things. It is Bolt. He could do something weird, but that's... That's what I'm going to say. So here we go. It's probably going to be, if he puts an ad on there, it may just be 3 Hellions at a time here in a second.
He's looking around. He's trying to figure out how many bases there are, what's going to be the best to attack into. There's a spine crawler coming up for Horror. I'm not sure which base that's at. It is going to be the 3rd. So the natural, unsure if that's actually open or not. But Poltz, no spine crawler actually at the natural, so he could potentially make his way up there. We've got 4 Hellions sitting here. Some Marauders starting to make their way. Actually, they're not making their way. They're just hanging out. No concussive shell research yet either. So Poltz is just spending as heavily as he can getting these units out before researching that. And these 5th and 6th Hellion are showing up. Will he hit the gas pedal and start to go for those drones? Is there another entry into that 3rd base that he can get to safely?
Yes. Well, I mean, kind of. I mean, he's got this one here, and he's got this one around the side.
And 6 Hellions. Is he going in?
No. And there's 2 more already done.
Okay. We'll go in 6. Do it. We've got more links coming out for Horror to be able to defend against this. He does have a pretty solid number and actually skirted all the way around Poltz Hellions to be able to go and attack into the natural. What does Poltz front line look like, though? It's just a depot wall with 1 small opening, and Horror does not like the pathing in this game because he just rammed his heads into the other remaining depots. That was kind of funny, actually.
Yeah.
He's like, here, doors open. That would have been really funny if it was like whack-a-mole, and he like put up the depot as the links got over there and then opened the other one, and then, and just like kept forcing him out. That'd be a fun little mini game to mess with him. I think Kawaii Rice used to do things like that with his depot micro back in the beta.
Are running a lot of Marauders across the map also a fun mini game?
Yeah,
because that's what's going to happen.
It's called StarCraft 2. It's a mini game for the depot game that is more popular among pro players. But here we go. We've got lots of Marauders, lots of Hellions. I still don't think he got concussive shells. No, he didn't. He's just going straight for stim. And these Hellions do just, I mean, they do a lot of damage. It's all splash. So they're hitting multiple targets, even though it takes a while for 1 Hellion to kill a Queen. It takes not so long for all these Hellions and Marauders to do the same. 4 Queens still standing. We've got Lings actually trying to come in from both sides. The Hellions are dealing with them very efficiently, and the Marauders are doing all the soaking of damage at this point.
God.
And this is not looking good for Horror already.
Nope, this is a disaster. I'm going to classify it as a disaster, as Poltz looks like with his first push, he's just going to roll and win the game. Horror, he doesn't even have his Baneling list done. There we go. So by the time he morphed in Banelings, that's an additional 20 seconds. That's 20 seconds more of damage that Poltz already done by then. And that's GG. Yeah,
that layer was really helpful, though. Just kidding. Horror did lose that game in dramatic fashion.
Yep.
Where I am